Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What's up, all my YouTube fans? I hope everyone is doing good. Of course, this is your boy DJ Troy, DJ Extraordinaire, whatever you want to call me. Special shout outs to all my fans all over the world, the whole shebang. So, I'm just going to try to get through it quick. There's always a lot to discuss because my In the News segment, it's worldwide, it's international, and when you turn on the televisions, you know, there's 1,001 stories happening all at once. So I try to pick out the ones that, you know, that hits me the most and, you know, decide to talk about it a little bit. So the first one, of course, is, you know, this is probably going to be leading off for like my third video, is Dennis Rodman and his visit to North Korea. Dennis Rodman apparently have now recanted what he had said to Chris Cuomo. You know, he basically criticized the South Korean man that's being held in North Korea right now. So he said he's very sorry for it. He's very sorry for, you know, going crazy on CNN's Chris Cuomo, and he basically apologized for the whole situation. So I guess we're gonna move on, but it's Dennis Rodman, so more than likely we're gonna hear more about this situation. Now, again, something that I mentioned in my last video, it's Governor Christie's Bridgegate scandal. So for people who aren't necessarily familiar with the situation, which, you know, at this point in time, I think it's a worldwide event where the individual, the deputy chief of staff of Governor Christie's administration in the state of New Jersey, United States of America, basically created a traffic jam for the town of Fort Lee in New Jersey because the mayor supposedly refused to support the governor of the governor's re-election campaign, which he was running for a second term in 2013. And that has created a scandal. Now, really and truly, is it such a big deal? Not really. Because it's not to say that Fort Lee is a town that isn't known for traffic jam, but what has happened is that we have the media, and trust me, the media is very hungry for ratings. The media is very hungry for ad revenues. The media is hungry. So any story that's going to get the crowd wild up and that's going to get people thinking and get people talking is going to basically run with the story. So I would not be surprised that this Bridgegate scandal with Governor Christie goes all the way into next week, because people are looking for ratings. People are looking to do anything to possibly bring down this man's bid for 2016. They're looking for a story, and the reporters are going to find one. So, as I always mention, politics is a very dirty game, and, you know, you have to be in it to win it, but also to when you're playing, you have to get ready to play dirty. Moving on to an international story that has been trending, and is, of course, the island of TNT, Trinidad and Tobago. For all those who are not familiar with Trinidad and Tobago, please Google it. It's a beautiful place. It's a paradise. I myself has visited the island slightly. It was more of, you know, I was traveling outside the country and I had a layover in Trinidad, so I was able to come out the airport and look around a little bit. But of course, I was always afraid for my safety, and it's been reported that of of today, which is Thursday, January the 9th, that the small island of Trinidad has had over 23 murders. Now, this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem. This is a huge problem that, you know, until recently, I haven't read anything about it where the government is really tackling it and trying to figure out what's going on in the country that so many murders are actually occurring. Now, Trinidad and Tobago had, I think, possibly close to 400 murders last year. And that's ridiculous, you know, for the Caribbean area. Obviously, there are other places where the murder rate has skyrocketed and it's a huge problem, but especially in Trinidad and Tobago, it's, you know, it's just ridiculous. And now the Prime Minister basically is saying that, you know, there wouldn't be any crime that's going to be affecting the carnival. And again, for those people who are not familiar with it, just Google Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival Celebration 2014. And it's a huge thing where people from all over the world actually go there and have fun. And me myself, hopefully one day would like to go and see what's, you know, what it's all about. But, you know, for the folks who are visiting Trinidad for this year, I beg of you to please be careful. Be careful of your surroundings. Be careful of your money. Be careful of everything. And in general, wherever you travel, because as I mentioned earlier in one of my posts, and you guys could also go and check it out about Miss Venezuela, you know, anywhere you go, you always have to be very careful about what you're doing. So, you go into Trinidad and Tobago's Carnival this year, just be very, very careful. Super careful, I would say. Hashtag super careful. Now, moving on to quote unquote the celebrity news. For all my international viewers who aren't familiar with the People's Choice Awards, it happened yesterday, and there were a couple of big winners. There were a lot of people who won big, but of course, you know, the top trending stars that won awards were Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, and of course Sandra Bullock. And I'll just give, you know, my viewers a little bit of information about the entertainment industry. Just a quick segue. The entertainment industry is a huge industry where thousands upon thousands of actors and actresses, but there are basically, there's the list status where A-list, B-list, C-list, D-list, I think there's even an E-list. And if you're F-list, I don't know where you fall, but usually what happens is the A-list celebrities get most of the press. So people like Britney Spears, that's an A-list celebrity. You know, Justin Timberlake, definitely A-list. Sandra Bullock, certainly an A-list status. So they all won awards, and of course the media had to find an angle, basically reporting that, you know, Justin Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel, wasn't there. And, you know, this is a dangerous pattern actually, because for a lot of events she hasn't been seen with him. So we are wondering what's going on. So this might just be pure speculation, but they probably might be having a little bit of issues. Even though they say everything is okay, let's face it, okay? Justin Timberlake had one of the biggest years in music in the year 2013. If he wasn't the biggest, he was second biggest, second to Miley Cyrus. Okay, you couldn't have turned in 2013 without hearing about Justin Timberlake. And with all the award shows, all the performance that I've seen, I might be wrong because I don't know everything about him and all of his movements, but I haven't seen Jessica Biel anywhere. Okay, so for any of my fans that know better, you know, send me an email so that, you know, at least I could be up on what's going on. But I haven't seen her anywhere. And, you know, I don't know what might be the issue. I'm not sure if it might be an issue of jealousy because her husband has a huge prospering career and she doesn't. You know, every time she's mentioned, she's really mentioned as Justin Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel. It's no longer about what Jessica is doing, it's Justin Timberlake's wife. So I'm not sure what's going on with that relationship. You know, it's unfortunate that they're in the media eyes, and whatever is going on, there's always going to be some kind of speculation, and by me talking about it probably doesn't help, but you know, it's just part of the news. So I wish Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel the best. According to Justin Timberlake, they're fine. According to her, they're fine. But what experience have told me, something is definitely wrong with that relationship. I don't think that everything is okay. There's issues there. But whatever it is, let them work it out. And you know, second thing about the People's Choice Award, they said that, you know, Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears actually saw each other for the first time after 10 years, and for all the NSYNC fans like me, yeah, and all the Britney Spears fans like me, yeah, you know, we were rooting for them, but you know, we found out that Britney Spears probably cheated on Justin Timberlake, and he wrote, you know, "Cry Me a River," and that's it. You know, the relationship was over. So they were together in the same room, I'm guessing, after 10 years, or actually saw each other after 10 years. So they didn't talk. At this point in time, there's no need for them to talk. Britney Spears have all of her issues to deal with. Justin Timberlake has his issues to deal with. Everybody's happy. They're rich as F. So it's okay. Again, folks, I'm signing out. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you to like, share, and you know, comment on my videos. Thank you for everything. This is your boy, DJ Extraordinaire. I'm signing out. Peace. Have a blessed night. Alright? I'm done.